We got some breaking news out of Major League Baseball where Dansby Swanson is finalizing a deal with the Chicago Cubs. This has been confirmed by our Jim Bowden. The deal is reportedly 7 years, $177 million. Swanson was named to his first All-Star game this past season with the Braves, batting .277 with 25 homers. And for more, we say hello to our senior MLB insider, Jim Bowden. JB, big news here on the north side as Dansby Swanson is heading to town. Implications here on both the player and franchise side. But as we do when these deals come to pass, tell us how it came to fruition.
Yeah, so Tom Ricketts, the owner of the Chicago Cubs, told Jed Hoyer, the head of baseball operations this offseason, that he wanted to see improvement, that the checkbook would be out to play checkbook baseball, and he expected the team to be aggressive in improving this team in the offseason. And that's exactly what Jed Hoyer, the president of baseball operations, and GM Carter Hawkins have done. Dansby Swanson was their #1 target this entire offseason, and they landed him on a 7-year, $177 million deal. He's coming off the best year of his career, a tremendous year defensively, offensively, hitting the 25 home runs as well. Always seems to be in the right place at the right time on the field, and he has that kind of makeup and character that will fit well in Chicago. Now, from Dansby Swanson's perspective, he initially did want to go back to Atlanta, but Atlanta was never willing to raise the price to this level. And so once that happened, the Braves were priced out. And remember, his wife is Mallory Pugh, and she is a professional soccer player for the Chicago Red Star right there in Chicago. And they just got married 2 weeks ago. So for Dansby Swanson and Mallory, his wife, this couldn't be a better fit to be able to have both of them playing professionally in Chicago. And who knows, they may end up being called Mr. and Mrs. Chicago before it's all said and done. But Joe, the one thing about the Cubs, look, they landed Jamison Tyone to improve the rotation. They signed Cody Bellinger as a free agent to play center field. A couple of days ago, they landed Brad Boxberger to upgrade the bullpen. And now with Swanson, that is 4 big moves by the Cubs organization this offseason.
Yeah, there's getting the green light to buy, and then there's being ready to buy. Do you feel like this Cubs team, with those 4 big moves and whatever may come after this, is ready to contend once again in that division?
I don't think they're ready to contend yet, but I think this is a big step in the right direction towards that. You know, I still think this is the Cardinals division, and the Milwaukee Brewers are team 1B. I think those are the 2 teams that own this division. But I think what the Cubs have done this offseason is they've said to Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, you don't belong in our conversation anymore. We're now the 3rd place team, and this is a big step for them. Now, it also means that shortstop Nico Horner will have to change positions. Nico Horner was the shortstop of the Cubs last year, did a really good job, but he's so versatile that he could play second or third base wherever manager David Ross decides to put him. But there's no doubt, of all the moves they made the offseason, this is the big one. Now, on the other side for the Atlanta Braves, big loss for them, no doubt about it. But they had gotten so many good deals with their players, they just didn't want to overspend here. And they're pretty confident that young rookie Vaughn Grissom can take over shortstop. He has been working with Ron Washington, their third base and infield instructor, this entire offseason. And Ron Washington is convinced that Grissom can be an everyday shortstop this coming year for Atlanta. So don't look for the Braves to go out and get another shortstop. I think they're comfortable with having Grissom handle the job in-house.
Another big deal here on the north side. A Swanson-Pugh household going to be making their home in Chicago for the next 7. JB, appreciate you.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, here's a look at that player profile, Dansby Swanson. The feathered lettuce, going to look good in a Cubs cap. A little summer baseball on the north side. Spent his first 7 seasons, as you see right there, with the Braves. That includes a title in 2021, so a winning pedigree heading to Chicago.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.